We often have plenty of space in our homes for plants, but oftentimes those spaces are away from windows in a low light situation, and we often search for plants that will fit into that location in our home. A few of the plants that you can use in a low light situation are a Chinese coffee plant or a Chinese evergreen, a green pothos, or a peace lily. And all of these plants come from an understory where there would be larger plants growing up over them. And since most of these plants are tropical rainforest or swampy area plants, they like to be a little bit on the moist side. Most of them would be better off if the soil were more like a wrung out sponge rather than allowing them to dry out like we do in our lawns or turf. So if you keep them on the moist side and away from forced air as well as bright sunlight, you should have fewer brown spots on the leaves and be able to enjoy those plants in your home for much longer. Because these are from a swampy area, you want to have a growing medium that is high in peat moss so it will help to hold moisture in it. And as that organic matter begins to break down, it will release nutrients to the plants to take up. Once a lot of that organic material is used up in the soil, you may want to supplement with fertilizers. If you're looking for other options for low light plants, you could check with your local extension office or a local florist. At the University of Wyoming Extension, I'm Donna Hoffman from The Ground Up.
Hi everyone, my name is Benjamin Hayes at Sheridan Nurseries, and today we're going to be talking about low light houseplants. I have 5 here that I've selected for us to discuss today. Here's our ZZ plant, really great modern contemporary houseplant for a low light setting. Really loves to dry out. As you can see, the tuberous roots really dry soil. Really enjoys having those breaks in between watering for it to thrive, throwing up these needle sword-like foliage. Is a snake plant, also known as mother-in-law's tongue, that I wanted to talk about. This here being another really great houseplant for low lighting, north-facing window. Really big, wide foliage, comes in a few different varieties of colors, and really slow growing, so you're only going to be getting a couple inches of growth a year. So a really great houseplant for something in the house where you don't have a lot of space, but really want to bring some greenery in. So this here we have our pothos, really interesting houseplant. It's also a vine. It looks really great on a bookshelf or a kitchen counter or cupboard, really giving it that opportunity to grow down and offered in a variety of different colors. So one of my favorite for houseplants for a low light area is the Chinese evergreens. They come in a huge selection of colors and variegations on the leaves, giving you a really interesting opportunity to mix them up as well as different sizes. They love to dry out in between watering, so really making sure that we don't overwater them when we have them at home really will give you an opportunity to see this houseplant just thrive. So the dumb cane houseplant here is a really great houseplant for a low light area, giving you some really interesting foliage colors and some larger leaf structure, so it can be something that can go more into a corner and be a vocal point in the house when you're enjoying your room.